Hello friends, Marcy here, and we're ready for day 20 already, day 20 out of 24 days on the Colorverse Colorvent ink calendar, and then moving on to day 20 on the Diamine calendar as well. It has 25, so we have an extra day there or a bonus. Maybe we'll do 2 colors at once on that day. We've yet to find out. So let's get into our door number 20. What can we discover? Okay, this, I start to say, look like a lilac or gray. It's very light color, but it's called White Hole, but that's in there snugly. White Hole. Interesting. Anxious to see how that white ink will perform, especially on my light paper. I don't know. It's going to be a mystery. A white hole is the opposite of a black hole, and the color is inspired by the theoretical celestial object that emits matter and energy. Okay. Maybe it's going to be some kind of shining ink. It doesn't say glisten, so we're not expecting that. And day 20. Ooh, this is pretty. It's going to be a lavender color. It looks like a frosty color on the label. Potpourri. Let me get this unwrapped and we'll be right back. Okay, on Potpourri, it says it is a standard ink. So let's get into it. We'll let it rest here on the right side where we're doing the Diamine inks, and the left side we're doing the Colorverse inks. Interested to see what a white hole ink looks like. Let's do this. Okay, so it is a very light, transparent teal gray. I was expecting something light and transparent, but not sure what color base I was expecting. So this is nice blue. I think it would look nice in my new pocket pen, the 1977 vintage pocket pen that I recently received and shared. Ooh, that's very wet. Actually, after writing with that for a few days, I was considering looking for a wetter ink for that nib with the experience. So this might be the ticket. We'll have to try that out. Okay, day 20 already. Wow. Okay, I do want to get some ink on the chromatography paper so we can get that done today, but we'll let it rest while we work on the Diamine ink. I'd like to watch the inks dry because I often get a few surprises with shading properties or a sheen. And like this one surprised me after it dried yesterday with a glisten or a shimmer, a few speckles, not like heavily, just a few speckles that you could find there if you get the light just right. Okay, and our standard ink on Potpourri. I like that. That is like a mauve color. Somewhere between a pink, burgundy, and brown, and gray. Somewhere in there. All right, Potpourri. I think that's a good name for the color we're seeing and what we would expect to experience. I hope I got that right. Again, this is a wet ink. Oops. Oh, I need a wider line to start with. There we go. And oh, I'm seeing some purple in there. Purpley green. purpley teal, maybe. After this dries, we'll come back and check these dried inks out. And while we're away waiting, I'm going to go ahead and dip these. Oh wait, let's check. We have like the halo effect here. It's gray in the middle and teal on the outside on the border. And this one is like a light purple in the middle, mauve, I should say, with a bright teal perimeter. And it looks like I have 2 pages stuck together here. Yep. Oh well, what fun. We'll be back in a few minutes to check out some dried inks and chromatography strips. Okay, returning to check out the dried swatch. The only remaining wet spot is right here on the W. The chromatography strip is damp but not wet. Oops, I bumped the camera, sorry. Very soft pastel colors here. I'm not surprised at the color separation, but I do admire the softness in the colors that were used to blend this together. And actually, I did grab my pen that I was considering using for this. Wouldn't that be a fabulous color match? This is the new vintage, it's new to me, vintage 1977 Pilot Pocket pen, Japanese pen with the inlaid nib. It's so tiny. I did do an unboxing a couple days ago on this, and I inked it. I inked it with the Colorverse Edge of Night from day 2. So when that runs out, because I have the Con 40 converter in there, and you know it doesn't hold much ink, so I'll be able to switch out and try this ink very soon. But in the meantime, let's look at Potpourri. Gorgeous shading here, and in my initial swatch, for some reason I could not come up with the words Dusty Rose, but that's what I'm terming it now. And Potpourri, as you know, made out of flower petals, so that's appropriately named. And I love the darker shading. It's almost like purple and green in there, blues, with some beige dustiness in the lighter colors. And wow, look at the brightness in the separation of inks here. They're all very bright inks, but blended together, I guess mixing too many kind of gave it the brown shades, kind of toned it down a bit. Bright pink, bright green, and a bright blue, all working together to create this gorgeous color. But I'm enjoying each and every day of these ink reveals, and I'm so glad that you can join me. So thank you for spending your precious moments with me. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.